Hello, and welcome to Your Worst Nightmare, another RPG actual play podcast. Solotude, a journaling RPG podcast, is just me in a room, not to brag, with a journal, a solo RPG, and some damn good coffee. I play to see what happens in the story, I write in my fictional journal, and you get to hang out next to me by the fire. My name is Auri. Welcome. I hope you enjoy our time together. This is Solotude. We do what in the shadows? Welcome back, everybody. Last week was a doozy. I feel like we really got on well in the America arc. It's starting to shape out like how it's gonna go. I'm probably gonna, to quote the great Parappa the Rapper, step on the gas a little bit. There's a reference for the kids. To make big, bold choices. Just to get the Mogul arc going real nice. I was sent a link to a WikiHow article, shout out WikiHow, titled How to Run a Small Hotel. While the Bone Tell isn't small anymore, I think there might be some good tips here. So let's look at a few to get our juices flowing for tonight. Part 1. Conducting market research. This is the content you come to the Vampire podcast for. Oh, that's a good tip. If you buy, it'll be cheaper. If you build, it'll probably be more expensive. Well, since it's the late 1700s, I just rented out a house and I started renting rooms in it. I suppose starting a new small business was a lot simpler in the 1700s. Things really were way better back then. Investigate other hotels, guest houses, and B&Bs in your area. Like espionage. I know about industry espionage. I've played Yakuza 0. A great vampire game, by the way, Yakuza 0. Understand your primary market. People who need to sleep, so mortals. Creatures from the dream realm, probably. Haven't met those yet. I think Dr. Liquid might know a few. Oh, now we're getting to some good stuff. Hire an accountant. I would fucking love an accountant NPC. I'd like a whole team if that's possible. If the prompts bless us with new NPCs, that would be great. You should draw up a business plan with a description of the services your hotel offers. Room, bed. You may select a slice from a selection of 5 different exciting pies. And you get to hear me sing. Yes, Barry Galdi will massage the customers who so wish, and then she will report me on a scale from 1 to 10 the tenderness of the customer's flesh. And I will eat the 10s, lick the 9s, and I will bite and change 1 through 3. The middle ones get to go home. With very little mutilation done. Future earnings, investors, an accountant. Yes, I need a fucking accountant. I wonder if I could get Bob. You remember Bob? Yay high, hair, 2 eyes. Bob. Spoke, had a body, had feelings. Not too many, but a few. Bob. I think this is enough. So I think we should roll some dice and get on with it. Oh, it's the head one. Wow! Okay, the head wants a body, and you must give it one. Check a skill. Well, my only skill I haven't checked is business. So Socrates wants a body, yes. I like that. That's really nice. He's been out of the focus. Well, he hasn't really been the focus yet, so this is actually pretty cool. So all these years that I've been growing and building my Bone Tell empire, Socrates has been around, And I've been doing some vampire hunting with him. Not a lot. I go with him to do a patrol every now and then. I haven't done any real vampire hunting work since I don't really believe in that anymore. I've tried to keep him happy, and I've tried to keep my tendencies secret. I think Socrates hasn't known about my deal with Miriam Liquid. Socrates doesn't know that I eat other people now. He's been content with his situation, but the years go by and he's not further along. What I think it's about is that Benjamin Franklin and the people in the Philosophical Society, they don't like Socrates. They think he's a remnant of the old world. Oh, yes! They don't know about me being a vampire, but they know that Socrates lives at the Motel Philadelphia with the guy whose face is a skull and hand is a flame. So, yeah. So they don't trust him. These past years in Philadelphia and all around, Socrates has been trying to form connections and get them to trust him, but they don't. And Socrates always has good counter-arguments, but they don't listen. That's the problem with Socrates' approach, is that he always wants to ask follow-up questions. And if the other person isn't up for talking, it's really hard to convince them. So Socrates really ends up arguing with himself, and that I know Socrates well enough already. Our guy knows him well enough already that he knows that nothing pisses Socrates off more than having to argue with himself. So one night, we're staying at Motel Philadelphia of Boston, now in New York. We're having dinner. I sometimes eat with Socrates just to have some conversation and company, since Barry Goldie isn't here with us. Barry Goldie is running the original hotel in Philadelphia when we're away. I'm feeding Socrates some nice lamb. And we're having a discussion about beauty. I say that beauty is man's responsibility. If you are born beautiful, it's your duty to maintain it. If you are born not beautiful, it is your duty to get a hold of it. Socrates asks, what means are acceptable in acquiring it? And I answer, any means necessary. Even murder, he asks. Especially murder. He gets a look in his eyes. He's gauging me and my response. For the first time, he really confides in me. He says that his life is standing still. His will to live is faltering. He needs a change. He needs a disguise. Yes, okay, yeah, now I got it. We do a huge makeover for Socrates. We bond, we do a makeover, and he still doesn't figure out my deal that I've made with Miriam Liquid, or that I'm actually an active vampiric threat to the populace. So we do a makeover, we change him into another guy, so he's able to get into the Philosophical Society. Since they don't trust Socrates, he'll just have to become someone else. He's already been Rocrates. So what I need for him is a body. I don't think it's going to be enough if we put a wig on him and some eyeliner and say, this head is a completely different guy. Where do I get him a body from? Is it just the customer or a specific kind of body? And at that point, it is revealed to me that our discussion about beauty wasn't just theoretical. It was Socrates making mental notes about what kind of a body would be ideal. He trusts my aesthetic sense, so he's going to want a body that I would find aesthetic. A twink. Twinkrates? Socratwink? We could get Socrates a female body. Let's do that. Why not? And for that, we will invent beauty pageants. We'll hold the first Miss America contest, And the winner will become Socrates' body. This is wonderful. I'm connected. We can have the contest in Bone Cell, Philadelphia. All the states will send a local talent. Fuck the twinks. We need a Miss America. I mean, it can still be a twink, but doesn't have to be. But it can. It's my own Miss America contest. Fuck you. It can look however I want it to look. So Socrates allows me to kill one person for this. It has to be a body that's suitable for vampire hunting. It has to be a body that's reasonably young, healthy, before death, obviously. And that's why Miss America contest is the perfect way to find the body for Socrates, because it's not just about beauty, it's also about function. That's why there's a talent show. It all makes sense. So we hold the contest and we get a winner. The winner is from Virginia. It's a lady named Catherine, and she's tall, her body is strong, and her talent is juggling. That's for sure gonna come in handy for Socrates in vampire hunting. So Catherine wins and is slaughtered immediately. Wait, fuck. How do we attach the head? I was so into getting the body. I'm like, okay, we have a dead Miss America. We have the head of Socrates. I don't think there's a guidebook on how to get out of this situation. I think it's gonna have to be improvised. What if this is where my flesh pile family could come in handy? They must know all sorts of weird shit about flesh. They are flesh. So they hear about this Miss America contest, and then they're like, that guy looks familiar. We know this guy. He's got flesh on him. There's a hard structure at its core, but on the outside, that's flesh. And they know instantly, I'm related. So they send a young woman of the family. They send Throat Fleshington. That's the most disgusting name. So Throat Fleshington rolls in and has a beautiful evening gown at the party. They live down south. So maybe Georgia is the most southern state, and they are very well-known artists. They are very rich. They own galleries and museums and things like that. They're like old money rich. So Miss Throat and I have a discussion at the party. Their art, the sculptures their family creates, are beautiful but horrifying. They are mounds of flesh combined with other things. Glass, metal, even bone. Who would have thought? So they create their art by fucking other materials, and then things like me emerge. She's young, but they're hundreds of years old. She's just a pile of flesh in a beautiful evening gown. It's like a 6 feet tall thumb with nice makeup and a wig. An acquired taste. And she agrees to do the ritual for Socrates, on the condition that Socrates will leave their family alone. The Philosophical Society has been on to them for a while and pestering them, trying to find out if there's something strange about this family, the Fleshingtons. But nobody seems to be able to figure it out. Their disguises are amazing. The Miss America contest ends. The winner, a young woman from Virginia named Catherine, a beautiful woman with the body of a juggler. She's taken backstage where I cut her head off and proceed to eat it. Ah, so good. Delicious. So the ritual is finished, and Socrates now has the body of Miss America and the head of the ugliest man in Athens. That's a dream combo. That's already quite a bit on the prompt, so That's 6 prompts forward, which means your body is undergoing further corruption and change. When do you first notice these new changes? Create a mark. I already have the burning hand and the skeletal half face. I'm gonna make this a strong one, a big one. As a few decades go by and my wealth reaches an absurd height, I am probably the playboy of the United States. The war is over. We're in the early 19th century. I've been turning so many people into vampires, it's starting to take a toll. I didn't understand it at first, but every soul I condemn to eternal torment, it always eats a part of me. Something inside me is corrupted every time. And I've done dozens, I've probably done hundreds already. Socrates was accepted into the Philosophical Society of America because they didn't recognize him anymore. He wears a pink wig, some nice makeup, wears killer heels, pun intended, and he goes by the name of Socrates. He goes by the name of Socrates. So how could anybody make the connection? It's not Socrates, it's Socrates. So Socrates is out doing his thing all over America. Maybe he went out west, but he's working with the society. I'm with Barry Galdi, who's still innocent, who I will not turn, who's my little pet, who does everything I ask and loves me implicitly. But I start to notice my body falling apart. Like, I'm becoming more bestial. My ears are getting more pointy. My eyes are becoming fierce. My teeth can't really chew on human food anymore. Only human food. They're sharp and long. I'm still beautiful. I still have my resource beauty. But I'm beautiful in a feral way, like an elven king. Surreal and eerie. All my features are pronounced. My cheekbones are almost bursting out of my flesh. My muscles getting bigger and bigger. I'm getting leaner, but my muscles are getting big. My elbows and knees are sharp with protruding, jagged angles. I start to notice this when I'm singing and performing, when I'm playing music for my guests at the Bone Tell. There's 2 types of audience members. There's those who avert their gaze, and then there's those who can't take their eyes off. And those are the ones I seduce later. What you gonna do? Man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. People are starting to have a very strong reaction to my appearance. Either a very strong positive, since my features are extremely striking, or negative because they see this is not natural. There's something's wrong. Something's wrong with this guy. So I think that's it. I'm at the height of my fame and beauty in a sense. I'm becoming ferociously beautiful. And I grow like 5 inches. I'm like 6'5" now. So like a little under 2 meters tall. Socrates is out there doing his thing. And I think we're off to the memories then. So for getting Socrates a body in the Miss America contest, I'm going to put that in the same one where I have receiving Socrates. And then becoming feral and more animal-like. That doesn't fit with anything I have. So I'm going to have to get rid of my memory of joy. Sounds fun. It only contains my memory of learning basketball from Freya. And instead, I'll create a memory called Becoming a Monster. And an experience is ears get pointy, teeth become pointy, bones become pointy, and I get super tall overnight. And the experience is making people into vampires destroys my being. Excellent. That's it. I think we've got quite a bit going on now. We're into the very early 19th century now, and we'll see where things move on from here. I'm a little scared that I don't have any skills to check, so if we get a skill to check next time, it's bye-bye for our guy. Hopefully not. Losing skills isn't that common in the prompts. I think I've just had bad luck on it. Because I have 4 resources not checked, but my skill situation is very different. So I think with that, I'll see you next week. Thanks for listening, folks. My name is Auri Itämäki, and Solotude is my personal project. I hope you enjoyed this episode. You can follow Solotude on Instagram at Solotude Show, and if you got something to say, please send me a message or comment. Also, please rate and review the show so people can find it a little bit easier. Tell a friend, tell somebody who might enjoy it. Would be awesome if more people found the show. Additional episode music and sound effects courtesy of Epidemicsound, theme song courtesy of me. Thanks again for listening, everybody. I'll see you next week. Bye.